Today we're checking out a new DayZ vehicle mod that adds a lot more realism to the vehicles. Today we're checking out a mod that has been released by Rag Tyson called Immersive Vehicles. This one just adds a small few little details to the vehicles that are currently in game to make them a bit more realistic. So there's a number of little things that we need to go through with these vehicles. And we're going to start off with the interior of the vehicle. Now there's a reason I've changed the server to night, and it is to show off this. Every time you open up the vehicles in game, like open up a door of the vehicles in game, the interior light for the vehicles will actually turn on. Now this isn't a feature in any of the vehicles in DayZ currently, but in this one it is. It's just a tiny little feature. It doesn't really add much to it, but it's a cool little feature to have. Again, works on that kind of realism side of the vehicles. Next one we have is this car has built-in heating system in it. So as usual, if you get into a car in DayZ, your character will instantly warm up because cars are meant to just warm you up in the game, but in this it has been tweaked. So if we actually start the car, and you'll see where it says stop engine, if we scroll up we can turn on the heating, and if we do that you can hear this fan on in game now, and that will heat up your character. As you see, my character's temperature is slowly starting to rise, and you have the option to turn this on or off depending on what way you want to be in your car. Now one other thing I need to show off while it is nighttime, and it is the fact that he's now added low beam and high beam to the vehicles. So if you hold L like usual, you will turn on your lights, but in this one he's changed them. So if you press L, it will put you on a low beam, and then if you hold L, it'll put you on a high beam, so you'll get better lighting. I can probably do this from third person as well. You get off, press L, gives you a low beam, hold L, and you get a high beam, so you can change in between whichever ones you want, which pretty neat. Again, small little details, but they do make up and make it a bit more realistic when you think of it. Now he's also done a few more different things to these cars. So for example, if you're wanting to change a wheel on these cars, and speaking of a wheel, this is one of the things. So if you want to have wheels on this car that don't fall off like just happened on my one there, you have to make sure they are all tightened down. Obviously this one wasn't tightened down because they spawn in unlocked. So there is a random chance when you're driving along, if you don't lock your wheels into place, that your wheel will just fall off at any speed that you were going. Mine just fell off there at a very low speed, so thankfully there was no damage. But I was testing this out earlier on, and I was flying along, wheel fell off, car spun out, I hit a lamppost and knocked myself out. So it can get quite dangerous, I suppose, if you don't lock all your wheels. Now, you use a tire iron to be able to lock them all as kind of usual, which is already in the game, but you have to go around and make sure you lock every wheel, otherwise there could be a bad accident. The two tires on this side of the vehicle are still unlocked, but I can't walk up to them and just take the tires off. I can't go into the inventory and take the tires off either, because we need this car jack. Now this is another kind of realistic feature I suppose he's added in, where you have to have a car jack to be able to change your tires. So you go like this, and then we can move the car up, and this will lift it up, and you're able to jack up whichever side of the car you want to change the tires on. Then you can come over, then you can take your tire off, and you can replace it if needs be. But you can only do it if you have a car jack. So if you didn't have a car jack in your car, you'd be in a bit of a trouble if you got a puncture, for example. Now when also driving cars, the cars do have tire wear. So if you're driving along for a good period of time, your tires will wear eventually and wear down and down down. You'll have to repair them. So having tire repair kits on you and stuff like that is going to be quite necessary as well. Another thing that is with these vehicles is none of the doors are properly attached. I think means screwed down, and you ruin them, they'll actually fall off. So any ruined item on the car will fall off. I done this earlier on and was shooting the engine to damage it just to test out some of the features, and I ruined the spark plug, and the spark plug fell out of the car. It's pretty cool. Now there is another thing in this, and it is that the cars need oil, and so what you need to check your oil is one of these dipsticks. So what you do is you find one of these dipsticks and you can go up to the engine and you can check oil. and this will come up and it'll give you a reading. Current oil level is 1000 of max 1000, so we have full oil in our car. Now if your engine was to start losing oil, and you can lose oil if your engine becomes damaged or badly damaged, you'll start losing oil, and when you drive it you'll get a warning indicator in the car saying that you're running low on oil and that you have to fill it up or repair the engine and all of this stuff. Now there is also something different. So if you have a damaged spark plug or a damaged battery and try to start your car, there is the chance that your car won't start first time. So if you try to start your car, sometimes it won't start. We got lucky there, but we'll try it until it won't actually start. Oh, and speaking of cars, I thought they said it's going to come around this side, but if, for example, my door is after falling off because we ruined it, if it said was to come over to me, it would start attacking me because there is no, obviously, door on the car. Oh, there we go. And now it's not starting to work because our spark plug is ruined, and it does the same if you have a damaged or badly damaged battery. Now what I'm going to do here is actually shoot the engine. I might, you know what, I'll take the spark plug out so I don't damage it anymore. I'm going to try and get this to a damage stage. I think it is there now. Yes, it is. We'll put the spark plug in and we'll go for a drive, and hopefully we'll get the oil indicator and stuff showing us that we are losing oil because the engine is now damaged. No. There we go. Oh, and we've lost power to the car. So as well, when your car becomes damaged, or when the engine becomes damaged or badly damaged, your car does have a random chance of cutting out. Obviously because, you know, it's damaged, there's a possibility that it could happen, and we got it there. But we'll keep going. I'm going to drive until I get this oil warning light on, and then we'll stop and we'll check what levels our oil is at. Oh, there we go, and we have an oil light on the car. It means we are slowly losing oil and we are burning smoke as well. So let's pull over and see what the damage is. Okay, so we're going to need our oil dipstick. We'll open it up, we'll check it out again. Check oil level. We might need to top it up here. And we are at 450 out of 1000, so we've lost about half our engine oil so far. We'll quickly fix the engine. Bring it hopefully back up to at least a worn state, which would be quite good. And with that fixed, then we can top it up with oil. So this is the motor oil that comes with this mod, and it's the same oil that's already in the game files, but it's just been reskinned to this new design, which is quite nice. And then we can go up, and if I can get the prompt, refill oil. Ooh, we even have custom sounds for this. This is quite nice. Nice. And there you have it. We should be back up and running once again. So I don't know if this is a mod DayZ itself, like the vanilla game particularly needs, because it would make cars obviously a lot more realistic and immersive, but might make them a bit of a pain at the same time. I like the way vehicles are at the moment. You know, they're quite simple and they just kind of work, but I could see this mod working on like a PvE server, or definitely an RP server. 100% I could see it working there. There is also a JSON file for any server owners, so if you do want to change whatever vehicles and change tire wear and all this stuff, you can. And there is an exclusion kind of list, so for any vehicles like bicycles, motorbikes, helicopters, stuff like that, these settings won't apply, and you can change them whatever way you want to. So now we should get back in this and we should be good to go once again. And so if you are also driving off-road in these vehicles, your tire wear is about double what it would be if you were driving on a standard road. So bear that in mind as well if you are using this mod and decide to go off-road. Your tires won't wear out instantly, but over time they will. You know, the more you keep driving, the more they'll wear out. So the last thing I want to show you off is this vehicle car lift. Now this does work really well with this vehicles. It is not part of the actual immersive mod, it is part of Rag Tyson's base items instead, but this one is a fully working car lift. It comes with a notebook so you can do scans on your vehicle and everything. Need to add it in here, and then we can lift the car up. And then we go over to the notebook and we can hit scan vehicle. And then this will do a scan on everything. And it will actually check tire wear for us. And it'll be able to give us information on how worn our tires are. So leave that do its thing and it should pop up with a notification. Nice.
Maybe
and it goes,
you should stick to the road next time.
oh wow, it's insulting my driving and everything. So we've lost 3 health per engine and some of the tires and stuff. So not too much because we just drove the car a little bit. But that is pretty cool, and you can do scans and check all that type of stuff. And it's just a neat little thing to have. Again, probably wouldn't work in vanilla DayZ, for example, but in RP or something like that, you could really roleplay as like a mechanic if you really wanted to, which is pretty cool. But that is this DayZ Immersive Vehicles car mod. It is pretty cool if you ask me. It's certainly something neat and something you'd never really seen before, but again, it just adds something to those vehicles, right? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear them as per usual. And until then, I should catch you guys in the next one. So, peace out for now.